Hello, we're back. Playing EU4 once again. We've passed quite a bit of time since our last episode. We had to let that aggressive expansion cool down from our previous beating up of Milan to be able to form Italy. So we've been continuing colonization in the meantime. We've got a nice little colony started in Brazil here. We got 4 provinces already fully colonized and 2 more about to be. We will continue to support this with, probably 2 colonists at a time. We also finished our colonial nation in the Ivory Coast here, and then, Kong, which was right here, and Joloff, which was right here, decided to declare war on it. But Grain Coast had claims on it, so then I just declared war on them, sent this colonial army down there, and wiped them up. So now Grain Coast, here, our African colonial nation, is massive. We also went ahead and started our colonial nation down here in the Zambezi region. We've got one place done, converted to Orthodox, and working on converting its culture. This one is done, but we just started converting it to Orthodox, and this one's still colonizing. Then in the Indies here, in the East Indies, we still have, of course, these 2 provinces. We then colonized Sumba here, and we're working on Flores, and we just sent a colonist here to North Sulawesi. We already parked an army there because it's got quite a bit of rowdy natives, but we're going to go ahead and get on colonizing that. But otherwise, we're just kind of biding our time here. It is 1523, waiting. Well, I mean, really, a lot of the expression, or aggressive expansion here, combining my words again, it has gone down enough that I could probably get away with taking some more out. So I think what we'll likely do, we'll go ahead and accept this knowledge sharing to get even more money, because Magreed, little native uprising in Southeast Africa, nothing we can't handle. Excellent. Oh, and we've reached enough for the mill tech. We'll go ahead and take that early. We don't really have need for a lot of mill power right now, so I'm willing to take that early. And we'll get the other 2 at Tech 56 probably quite soon. But we've got all of our armies here. Well, not all of them, but we've got 4 28k stacks here ready to go. Go ahead and stop him from drilling and let the 5th Army get their morale back, and then I think we'll go after Papal State. And if we co-belligerent Ferrara, that'd be a lot more to deal with. But, I mean, I don't really want to fight Bohemia right now. So Ferrara, Venice, Padua, and Silesian Republic would be more than easy for us to handle. And this way, we could actually call Savoy in to make it give them a little distraction, huh? And we're going to make Ravenna the war goal. And let's just go ahead and declare it. Let's just go ahead and get in there. Go ahead and just, start sieging it down. Move the 2nd Army over here to Scienza. Okay, now you done made me mad. You messed with my boats. And this Italy is like America in the modern day when it comes to messing with our boats. You just don't do it. You don't do it. Don't mess with our boats. Nobody messes with our boats. Alright, one of our Brazilian colonies done and dusted. Italian Brazil formed. Isn't it beautiful? I'm gonna keep rushing down the coast with these colonies. See if we can block off Spain in particular, who has been wiling out with colonial expansion now. We do have some other nations really getting in on the colonial expansion, though. East Prussia, which formerly the Teutonic Order, has colonized a bit of Canada. France is going here in the American East Coast. Of course, Spain in Mexico and the Caribbean. A little bit of England in the Caribbean. We've actually got some Holland right here. And some Lübeck also in the Caribbean, which is pretty silly. And of course, English South Africa. But I think we're going to kind of come out on top in the colonial race. But, you know, you never know. We'll see what happens. Go ahead and beat up this papal army. Oh yeah, there we go. Especially since we're one ahead in Miltech, we're just wiping the floor with them. Beautiful. We love to see it. We love to see it. We have also been building up our ships quite a lot, building up our navy quite a lot. We want to get that mission finished that requires us to reach 90% of our naval force limit. The problem is, of course, our naval force limit is massive. It is 283 ships. So, yeah, that's gonna take a while for us to build that much, and as we're taking more territory, it's gonna go up a little bit as well. So we just gotta keep cranking out more ships. We need more ships, Arthur. Alright, good. Those sieges are going well. We should have this war in the bag pretty quickly. We're just gonna siege our way up the peninsula. Up the Italian peninsula. Cause yeah, they're already at 37%. They're sending some armies around here, but it's like, yeah, honestly, not that bothered. We'll send the 4th Army here up to Izmir and call it good. They're sieging down like, you know, the podunk ass end of my empire. I'm sieging down their home cities. We are not the same. We are not the same. 49% on Modena. Our explorer do be exploring. Let's go ahead and make sure he keeps doing that. Oh, the Silesian Republic wants peace. War reps and some money. I'll take it. Get out of my war. Get out of my war. So now it's Papal State, Ferrara, Venice, and Padua. So just these guys. Alright, Siege of Modena's over. So we'll do a little trick to get straight into Padua. A little trick. Called getting on boats. Okay, good. This province, Maputo, is now Orthodox. Which means we can pay just 22 Diplo power to start converting it to Neapolitan culture. Excellent. And the other one here, Inambane, is almost done. Speaking of such, we got really good resources so far with our Brazilian colony. One gold mine, gems, another gold mine, fish, who cares? Yep. Coffee, which will later turn to aluminium. This is going to be a cash cow of a colony. And of course, Grain Coast makes us quite a bit of money as well. You can see now we are making almost 200 a month. And that's while we're reinforcing and doing a little bit of war. A little bit of war for fun and profit. Mostly for fun, a little bit for profit. And them treasure fleets, buddy. Them treasure fleets. Don't worry, we'll eliminate all semblance of piracy from this area at some point. We just got other things to do first, like unite Italy. We gotta unite all of Italy. Seeing all these little rump states here just disgusting. I don't want it. Oh, my explorer is kaput. My explorer's dead. Alright. Yet another Brazilian colony done, so we'll go ahead and start colonizing Fortaleza. And we'll just keep hopping down the coast. Italian Brazil must grow larger. Come to Brazil. Come to Italian Brazil. Okay, good. These sieges are finally doing something here. 64% on Padua already, 14 on Ferrara, and 28% on Mantua. Alright, so we're gonna have to recruit a new explorer when we have the Diplo power to do so. Oh, the Hungarians are actually showing up and like clearing some stuff out. Alright. Let's see here. We'll take the ship trade power propagation. And what mission did we complete here? Train of Thought. Italy reborn until the end of Age of Reformation, which gives minus 25% advisor cost. Alright, alright. Development cost of primary culture minus 10% is, quite nice. That is, quite nice. But what we're trying to get at here... Oh, we also need to do this one. But, we want to get Worthy Navy to get, a bunch more claims and move down the tree here. But we got to get 90% of the naval force limit when we are inching in on it, but, you know, it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time. Let's see how much of this territory in Italy we can take without incurring a turbo coalition. Savoy is actually sieging down Treviso, which is quite silly. We're gonna go siege down Venice itself. We're gonna go siege down Venice itself. Finally bring them dang merchants to heel. Oh no, they got 2,000 men there. I don't know what we'll do with only 28,000. How we're gonna survive? I don't know how we could win that. Come on, boys, get in there. Get in there and kill. Okay, good. That's done and dusted. I'd like to just take what's left of the Papal State and Ferrara in this war, but since I didn't co-bellige them That could cause some issues, but we'll see. We'll see. Alright, finally, we're at Tech 56 in all 3 categories. Let's just let the Siege of Venice continue. And then I think we're going to wait for a little bit for cores and everything, but I think we're going to go bless some rains. Alright. I'd like to get this, expand this army, my Africa army down here a little bit, and go after Zimbabwe. Alright, because if we're going to form a Zambezi colonial nation here, we're going to need some of their territory. And I mean, that's an ivory province and a gold mine right there. I'm just going to go ahead and start building a spy network. I don't know how Italians are going to be able to spy on Zimbabwe, but enough to build a spy network and fabricate claims, but we'll do it somehow. Alright, the Savoyans are taking their sweet time with their siege, but we're going to finish Venice's siege off here soon, hopefully. It's now January of 1525, and the siege of Venice is done. Their navy's kicked out, so we get to absolutely wipe the Venetian navy. It's a thing of beauty. Love to see it. I think we... Oh, they are at 100% war score, actually. Alright, if I was to take all that... That's actually not that bad. That is actually not that bad. Now that's bad. Alright, yep. I think we can survive if we take all this and then immediately send some diplomats at some people that will be quite angry at us. Specifically Bohemia and... yeah, pretty much Bohemia. If we keep Bohemia from, like, forming a coalition against us, we'll be good. Not that we couldn't beat a big coalition here, it's just that I don't want to have to. Simple as. I don't think we're going to be able to core all of these immediately, yeah. So we're going to have to keep armies here and to keep unrest and all that down. Which is A-okay with me. We're going to have to reorganize and build. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Lots of things happening all at once. I'll just start it building and probably forget about it until it's done. But the ones that aren't coring, at least, we can start converting them. But we're going to want to pull the trade ship from this random trade ship we stole out of this navy. We'll go ahead and park this one right here for now. And you know what? I'm actually just gonna build more ships. More ships is what we need. More ships. And we need a new advisor. For right now, I think taking the Diplo rep guy would be advisable. Considering how much AE we just ate straight to the face. Beautiful. And then we'll sit on this for a while until we're ready to go bless some rains down in Africa. So we'll be back momentarily. Alright, in the next year we finally managed to complete a worthy navy, which will give us quite a bit more permaclaims, and we can already finish Africa Proconsulate, because we, well, already Already did that, and we did already invade Egypt, so this will give us some more permaclaims. Excellent. Now, we are going to want to adapt our military, which means we're going to have to get up to either 90% of the force limit or 200k men, which looks like 200k will be the easier of the two to manage. So I think we'll probably recruit another army in the Middle East. Do I have a template? 24 and 4. Good. Alright. Boom. Do it. Do it. We're getting these cores done and religious conversions also done. Little native rebellion here in North Sulawesi. Nothing we can't handle. Almost done with the second to last core. Oh my god, so much happening all at once. We're building a bunch more ships here to have another trade fleet blocking off the Venice node. And there we go, adapt our military. So let's see, we could get a bunch of mercenary bonuses or we could get land fire damage. We're going to take the land fire damage. Alright, let's see here. We need to have more forts in northern Italy. Cool. We need to have at least 80 galleys. And we need to, well, conquer the rest of Italy. And we did just get permaclaims on Spanish North Africa too. So whenever we want to take Spain down a peg, we now have the opportunity to. But I'd like things to calm down a bit. First priority for European conquest, of course, is going to just be to finish taking the rest of Italy. That is going to be top priority. But, of course, we got a bit of a coalition brewing. So we're going to cool it on that for a while. We've even got some coalition in Africa here. So we're going to keep it to some conquest down here, most likely, once we've finished up this colony and, you know, built up a little more of a force down here. We are definitely going to go in on Zimbabwe as we can actually begin fabricating some claims here. We're going to start with Vilanculo. And then we'll probably claim at least Masvingo and Manyika there, so we can take those. We'll probably go after Sofala at some point too, just to take all of this coast, and maybe start expanding into Madagascar with this burgeoning colony, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes, alright. We gotta wait for this missionary to be done, so that we can core the last province that we just took that needs to be cored. Come on. Just a couple more months, probably, huh? Put a little speed on that. Put a little speed on that. More treasure fleets popping in, though they are getting hit pretty heavily with privateers. See, yeah, people are already leaving the coalition against us. They know. They know that there's going to be problems. We're going to keep the icon of Eleusa for the national unrest. Ooh, we actually did have enough. Probably because of these islands. We had enough for that, so we'll go ahead and we'll just leave it named Italian Zambia. We are still definitely going to smash Zimbabwe. That's just a given. That's just a given. So we'll get this army all together here and build them some cav and some cannons. Let's first off recruit them some cav. And then we're just going to sit and wait, let that AE go down a little bit. We're going to hop one of our diplomats that's currently in Bohemia, improving relations to get them out of the coalition. We'll hop them around whoever else is still mad at us until nobody of any significance is really mad at us anymore. But otherwise, we're going to be preparing for a little bit of rain blessing, if you catch my drift. But until then, we'll be back. Alright, now we built this army up to 18k. We didn't put any cannons on it, but however, Zimbabwe has declared war on my little colony here. So we're going to go ahead and declare war on them. And let them sign their own death warrant here. Da, 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 da. Let's go. Let's just wipe them out here. Now, siege is going to take a little longer because this leader has 0 siege and we don't have any cannons, but that's fine. That's fine. We've got time. We can afford to sit this one out for a while. They don't have any allies or anything, so we can just slowly siege them out and let them mess up everything for themselves. We'll heavily expand our little colonial nation this way. Take control of even more of Southeast Africa. And really, well, another step towards cementing ourselves as the big colonial power. Now, we're still expanding quite a bit in Brazil as well. We just started another colony here. We're colonizing Timon, Fortaleza, Rio Grande do Norte, and then we'll probably be colonizing Paraíba next. And the colonial nation itself is colonizing Sudeste Paraense. Oh, I can't read today. Paraense. So this will expand quite quickly. We're going to take control of colonial Brazil in general extremely quickly, even if it's at the expense of a few tiny little native nations here. But who's asking their opinion, right? Who's asking their opinion? Looks like they're building up some forces to try and fight us again, but I'd like to see them try. I'd like to see them try, buddy. We're a couple hundred years ahead of you as far as military tech. Alright, let's cool it down there, bud. You thought you could get one over on my little colonial nation because they only have like 3k men. Surprise. It's like you bully a kid, try and bully a kid on the playground, and suddenly like their big older brother or their dad shows up and just beats the hell out of you. And that's what this is. We gotta make sure we're building roads. More roads. Oh yes, I also forgot to mention we began colonizing a bit in the Pacific Islands too, in Micronesia specifically. We got one finished colony here in, well, aptly named Micronesia. And we're currently colonizing the Marshall Islands and Tarawa. But we're about to get another battle in against Zimbabwe. We're going to absolutely mangle them. As expected. We've already got them at 60% war score, so they're already really on the ropes, but we're just gonna... We're gonna take a... I think we're gonna take 100 on these guys. No, we gotta replace a general. Good enough for right now. Good enough for right now. I'm concentrating on other things right now, like wiping Zimbabwe off the face of the planet. Now, we probably won't take all of their territory, but we're going to take a decent chunk. We are going to take a very decent chunk. We're going to give it all to Italian Zambia. Little uprising in Fortaleza is nothing. Nothing we can't handle. Brilliant. More land occupied. I do want to, I would be wanting to just transfer occupations here, but because they're also in a war with, a separate war with Zimbabwe at the same time, it won't let me. It's kind of silly in that regard, but hey, what can you do? What can you do? Even their new army is going around and wiping out some of the, some of their little armies that just sprout up. Oh, and suddenly they want to give peace offers. That's really funny. Oh, we got an heir of our dynasty on the throne of Savoy. That's cool, I guess. That's neat. I don't really care what the Pope says about colonial nations. We're going to colonize them anyways. Or actually, probably not Canada. We don't really care that much about Canada right now. We're more looking at all this valuable stuff in South America, Africa, and Asia. We're gonna dominate trade now and forever. That's the idea, at least. Now, finished building some new ships over here. Alright, excellent. North Sulawesi is done colonizing. We can go ahead and core that. Get started on some religious conversion there and move on to the next province. Just keep moving on, alright? Should probably have just put these guys on auto siege, but you know, I'm getting my attention distracted. I'm getting bounced back and forth from topic to topic here. They're at 73% war score now. A few more occupations should be more than enough to take, well, pretty much everything I want. And some. My only concern is taking too much of this stuff that is random African culture, Shona culture, and African religion all at once, and just causing too much unrest for my little colonial nation here. But they'll live. They'll live mostly because I will them to live. Mostly because otherwise they or excuse me, mostly because any rebellion that pops up here, we're just gonna put down with this colonial army anyways. I'm having some real brainlet moments today, I tell you what. That's a neat peace offer you've got there, bud, but I want to occupy more of you first. Getting that army tradition up, buddy. Our army tradition sucks right now. We want more of it. More battles, more sieges. Plus, I've got a conquistador on this army, so we're just gonna discover some new provinces in the process here. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and send this army over here to Paraíba. We're gonna colonize that. Italian Brazil will be probably our biggest and most profitable colony eventually. And they keep running away from confrontation with me. It's pathetic, honestly. Honestly, kind of pathetic. It's not gonna save you. Hate to break it to you. Do we have a disciplined man? We do have a disciplined man. Heracles Flesas. Hey, my dog is named Heracles. Well, one of my dogs. My German Shepherd, ironically. Just waiting on some siege now. And of course we get disease outbreak. How many more disease outbreaks are we gonna get? Or status quos? Sometimes I swear this game just loves to torture me. You know what? We're gonna crush this army. I'm not gonna let them build up another army. We can wait out another siege. But I need to keep them from going around and unsieging stuff behind me. As much of a pain in the ass as that can be. We get any more ticking war score? No, we already got all the ticking war score. Well then we'll probably just occupy that and see what we can take now, huh? Well, I think we'll just take all of that and hand it all straight to Italian Zambia. Or we could hold on to it long enough to, like, convert a bunch of it and then hand it over to them. But, I mean, they can do that themselves. We will just stick around to, you know, put down any rebellions. Okay, yeah, it just hands all of it over to them automatically anyway, since it's in the colonial region. Excellent. Excellent. This is what we're talking about here. Big colonial empire begins. Though we've got quite a bit of work to do left in Italy. However, you know, there's still Milan in particular really wants to stay in a coalition against us. So we'll improve relations with them a little bit, see if we can calm them down a slight amount. Like, man, I didn't even take any territory from you in this last war. I only took your capital that, like, your little republic is named after. I do think it's funny we got Russian Republic, like Russian Federation Republic in, you know, the 1500s. That is quite amusing. Quite amusing indeed. Group up all these ships, make sure they're all organized together. So, you are protecting the Genoa trade node. You're protecting the Ragusa trade node, so you protect the Venice trade node. Protect our interests here. Now we've got trade fleets all over the Med protecting our trade here. We are, of course, eventually going to have some trade fleets protecting our trade coming up into the Med. But I think we'll do that once we decide to stab Spain in the back at some point. Well, it's not really stabbing them in the back anymore since we've mutual rivals at this point. But, you know, still, they were our former ally for quite a long time. I don't relish stabbing them in the back to take North Africa and possibly even Gibraltar from them. But, you know, gotta do what you gotta do, alright? This is the Naples to Italy, maybe eventually to Roman Empire series, not the Spain series. Okay. Plus, we are gonna have to eventually somehow either absorb or take out our, well, still ally, Byzantium. But they have been quite the buffer for us against everything else, against the rest of the Balkans. So, that's some difficult decisions we're going to have to make down the road. And I'm probably going to have to truce break on Zimbabwe to get them to screw off away from my colony. But I'll figure out something for that, for sure. And of course, colonization in Brazil will continue. We'll probably expand that up into Colombia, colonial region as well. And really, what I would like to do is take Panama for a certain future reason. No reason, no reason at all. Just that we might build a canal there sometime in the future. Just like we'll be taking the Suez, the rest of the Suez from Oman at some point. Because for no particular reason other than there might be a canal there at some point in the future. I don't know. I don't know, something like that. But I think we've made some good progress. We've conquered a little more in Italy. We've expanded our colonies in Brazil and Africa quite a lot. And even expanded our little colonies in the East Indies quite a lot, and Micronesia as quite a lot as well. Truly setting the stage for us to become a global Italian empire. But for now, I think that's probably where we're going to leave off for today. So, thank you everybody for coming by. Be sure to leave a like, maybe even a comment, and maybe even subscribe. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.